National Library sort of deals with the history of the country. In the public library, we had a room that we call the archives. Archives is a big thing in library world. You understand? We never had a proper archives, right? But we had that room. We had it controlled, temperature controlled. At first, that was the only place that had an AC, because we had a lot of documentation of letters that came when we were a colony from the Home Office in Britain to Grenada. So you had all this correspondence. And then we have newspaper going back to from forever. We have no data to say how many people came from all over the world. Switzerland, Germany,
really
came to use the archives.
Wow.
How many books do you read in a month?
10, 2. 1 book. About 1 or 2? 10. None. 2.
How do you usually get your books?
Shipment. By buying. From the store. My mother usually buys them or orders them from the US.
I buy them, or sometimes I just go to libraries and take them off the shelf.
From the stores?
Have you ever been to a public library?
No. 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 Nope.
In this day and age, I think the library is very relevant. Considering the kids are now hooked on the tablets, the phones, and I don't think it's good physically. It damages the eye, one, and they get hooked on things that they're not supposed to be hooked on. So I think the library is very relevant. It would bring back the reading of books.
Technology does not support the retention of information when it is done digitally over when it's done physically. The science is still saying that you are going to remember more when you pick up a physical book. That is what it is saying. With a physical book, you can go through the pages multiple times. There is something about turning the pages and feeling it, being able to bend the pages, being able to put a note on it, all right, that we're always going to have a need for.
I think a library, especially not just for the books sake, but just for our children who need the time to study, to have a space for them to do that.
What should a library contain?
Books. Many books. Books.
Books and Bibles.
Books and helpers. People. Study tables.
Computers to read. More space, computers to look up online books, and more space.
So in a 21st century library, in a library of 2024, 2025, we're almost finished 24, I think the facility should contain more than just a place where you find books. What about theater? Why can't there be a room for theater, a room for film, for art, things like that?
And if we can dream bigger and see little corners with pillows for our Montessori-minded kids that like to lay on the floor, relax and read, a little coffee area that mom and dad could get a time away to dream bigger than their kids.
not everybody like public library.
I see.
Some people see public library as ordinary.
I see.
You know?
And who do you think mainly used the library then? Was it a range of different
I'm going to tell you,
demographics?
everybody.
Everybody.
used the library.
One of the challenges that Grenadians have is to access Grenadian books, and having a library in operation would be a great way for Grenadians to access our books as Grenadian authors.
I remember as a young man going to St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School, SAS, going to the library and reading many different books. As an author, I would like to see my book in the library in Grenada. So I am very biased to having the library back.
About the library, the reawakening of the library, our library in St. George's, means a lot to me, but I know to a lot of people.
So, yeah, the library definitely has a place. And how can a society survive without a library? Or for how long can it survive?
And when I think about the library, I think about an opportunity that we had as children to just go and bring our imagination out to the fullest. We had an opportunity to spend time reading books, taking them at home, learning new words, and I feel like that's something that we're missing in our society now because we don't have access to the library.
As an author, it would be great to see our library reinstated or being reestablished. So let's get our library back.
So libraries are important as a third space because we are losing third spaces that we need more human interaction. There's no places for people to go and just be around other people that is free, that is accessible, that doesn't cost money, that's uncomfortable. So libraries are a very important place.
And so that's why I wanted to point out that not only libraries are a gateway for books, gateway to reading in the sense that it has provision of a lot of books, but also a gateway into knowledge that not only for people who read a lot, but also for people who don't read a lot.
Do you think there is an urgent need for a new public library in Grenada?
Yeah. Yes. I think there should be an urgent public library for all people to read and get their books.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.